it's a way to examine how effective leadership is in reaching the school's goals.
First introduction to it, I had to kind of grasp a little bit of, oh, okay, this is a little different from anything we've done before.
This year, we're a TSI school, so we have, need for improvement in serving some of our subgroup populations. We know what we've been doing is not meeting that need, and so we are looking for something different.
I arranged time for our faculty to gather together in the computer lab, and I really talked to them a lot about focusing on what their experience was, not just their perception.
It didn't take long at all, and we have really great teachers and staff who want what's best for students, so they were willing to give their feedback.
We were getting feedback on school improvement plan development and communication, on how teachers were using their time during PLC or department meetings, what sorts of things they were talking about, their perceptions of discipline, their perceptions of strategic initiatives.
But I appreciate that it did get into the subgroups. It did get into how are we supporting students in those subgroups, and not just, well, what's your school performance? So the explicitness of the questions.
The biggest area that I've found in the survey is community outreach, how to involve our community and how to get more of our different parts of our community involved in the school.
As a school leader, it really helps drill down into what I perceive is taking place at the school and what the teachers and paraeducators are looking at the school, which are sometimes two very different things. In some cases, I think things are going really well and we're hitting all those targets, and it doesn't seem to be getting the same response to the same degree to perhaps the teachers or the paras.
I find looking at this data interesting because we're not looking at student achievement. We're looking at all the things that go into impacting student achievement. So looking at the people, on the other side of it.
We already have one goal, and that like most districts are pushing out some initiatives. We have our strategic goals, we have our initiatives, and we have our PD. And we, of course, thought we were all aligned, but now getting the feedback from the schools, they don't see the alignment, maybe as well as we think we have it done. So yeah, that's one place now we can begin to build that relationship to say, let's narrow this down, and this is what our perspective of how we're changing is. But I think it opens up feedback now for better communication between schools and the district.
Do it. Absolutely do it. The training they provide for data analysis is worthwhile. So often we're kind of left to our own devices to look at the data and draw conclusions from it. So the training is worth it. The survey itself is very applicable and again has that correlative property with best practices, which is something that not a lot of surveys that are in-house generated have.
I think that it really is valuable information because we do spend a lot of time looking at the numbers and student numbers and all of that, but we forget that it takes people to drive those numbers, and this helps us focus really more on student learning, which is what we say we're all about in education. So
if you're looking for things to address and you're looking for areas and data to gather to create your school goals and create areas of improvement and action steps of improvement, this is a great tool to use.
I would say just do it. I mean, it's valuable data. A lot of it, it's like qualitative data, but I feel like the teachers' perceptions, they drive, and our staff perceptions, of student learning, they drive a lot of what's going on in our school. And who better to get feedback from than the people that are working day in and day out on this. And so I would say just go for it.